Hello, one and all. I'm Wraith, and we all have a case of the Mondays now. Welcome to another episode of Big Apple 3 a.m., where it may be late, but the night is still young. What's up, Alejandro? Get the bat signal? Damn right you did. How am I? I'm good. I'm good, man. Um, I wanted to do my video today, but I didn't have time. Plus, I regarding my Superman review, if you want to call it that. But the thing is, I was jotting down notes on. I'll finish that in a second. I'm good. How about you, dude? Hey, Boots, what's up? I'm looking for a man who calls himself Wraith. Oh, he's here, my friend. He's here. Good evening to you, Wraith, and good evening to you, Alejandro. Bucho, how are things over in Kiwi land? What'd you have for dinner, or lunch, or breakfast? Yeah, it's going pretty good, Alejandro. Appreciate it. Hope everyone is having a great day. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I had a great Saturday. Uh, yeah, I had hung out with my friend and AEW only was just well, but all I did was just chill for today. I need to like relax. I had Chinese food, and I'm kind of glad I did. I didn't like it, but I'm glad I had it. You know why? Because that proves that I'm not used to that anymore. I didn't say I got sick, but it upset my stomach, and it didn't taste the same. So that's good because now I'm used to home. I'm used to good quality food. So that junk, I eat that junk. I don't want anymore. That's fine. I'm good. I'm happy actually. So far so good. Thanks. All right. I couldn't remember if you were going to not stream today, Wraith, because of the rest. Oh no. I was gonna. No, wrestling was yesterday. Wrestling was Saturday. All in was yeah. All in was Saturday, dude. So as I was saying before, I wanted to make my video today regarding my Superman review or thoughts. It's more of thoughts, but I guess I can make a review. But I was writing down the list of pros and cons, and the list of cons took me so long that I lost track of time. I'm not even joking. It's just like, uh oh. I mean, if you know how I felt about the director and his work and the trailers of what I saw for Superman, you're gonna guess how I'm gonna feel about this movie. But I feel like, but I don't want to be like those critics or reviewers who are like, "Oh, it sucks, it sucks, it sucks." Yeah, but why? Tell me why, please. I just hate that. Good or bad, I would like an explanation. I mean, you don't owe me one, but if you're gonna go out the limb and you want people to know how you feel, then you owe it to them, since they spend time watching your videos, you owe it to them to give them an explanation of as to why you like it, as to why you hate it. I can just say, hey, make a video like, dude, watch Seven. Seven's a fantastic movie. It's great, great acting. What else? It's just good. I'm like, what else? It's superb. What else? It's amazing. What else? It's fabulous. What else? It's wonderful. Like, but why is it those things? Please, you know. So that's what it's mostly about. Like, how I feel about it, probably what the score is, but I owe it to the people that are gonna watch it. Doesn't matter if it's one of you or a million of you. Yeah, right. Um, as to why. But I feel these are good, legitimate reasons why I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. So I had grilled chicken, ooh, rice and beans from my local Mexican and Hispanic. Oh, nice. You made it homemade, or did you buy that that meal from the grocery store? Did you get horchata? Did you buy a ticket for F1 and sneak into soups? That's what I should have done. But no, no. But Wraith, did you do a blind review, setting pre-notions aside going in? Yeah, of course. That's how I review everything I watch. See, I don't want people to get the misconception that, oh, he's gonna hate it. Of course he's gonna review it back because he hated it. He doesn't like Gun. He doesn't like movie. Of course. No, I'm gonna explain this in my review too. I bought it pre-made. No horchata. Damn. Maybe next time. But hey, as long as you liked it, right? I only hear if you gotta get back from Dallas. Oh, no, it ain't no problem, Dallas. Cool, cool. Um, it's like Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't like Ryan Reynolds. I never really found him funny. I like maybe one movie he's in. I don't remember which. That's how much it is. I don't remember what movie he's in. I never liked Deadpool. Deadpool's overrated. I'm talking about the character. Same with the movie, right? And it was alright. Didn't even watch that much of Deadpool 2. And was I looking forward to Deadpool Wolverine? Not really. Everyone else in the world was. But I knew I wasn't gonna end up hating it. Maybe because remember it came out last year, and that time I was done with superhero movies. I didn't care about Marvel, DC, whatever. It's gonna be another Deadpool movie. He's gonna argue Wolverine. He's gonna go back and forth. Blah blah blah. I know it's gonna happen. This and that. And you know, Deadpool's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm not worthy of anything," and then at the end, he's gonna prove the whole world wrong. Whatever, right? It's obvious, right? It's predictable. But you know what? I liked it. I liked it. I really did. I didn't love it. I'm not gushing about it like everyone else is, but I liked it. They did things really well. Really did. So I was entertained. I liked. For some reason, Deadpool wasn't as annoying as usual, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Wolverine, come on, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. Come on, who's not gonna like that? I like how they did the multiverse stuff or something like that, and you know, Wolverine had a good backstory about his world. Yeah, I liked it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, to prove me wrong, you know what I mean? I don't mind being proved wrong. Some people are like, no, I'm always right. I'm always right. I'm right when I feel I'm right. I'm wrong when I feel I'm wrong. And if I'm proven wrong, good. You know? I was chatting with 8-Bit until you got it. Oh, is he streaming now? When I heard the actor portraying the antagonist got paid the most, like Luthor, yeah, he got paid $2 million. The other Superman and Lois got paid like 200,000 or 700,000. Sorry, I was super psyched because I always say, without an outstanding villain, there's no great film for the star to shine. That's true, because Lex Luthor is the definitive villain for. I was gonna say Dracula because I'm reading this thing for Superman. How did I feel about Nicholas Holt's portrayal of Luthor? You gotta find out tomorrow. Now, what I hate is hyperbole. I will tell you this about my feeling with Superman, the movie. I hate hyperbolic statements. I read so many people online, this is the greatest Superman movie ever. And it has the same score on Rotten Tomatoes, right? I don't even know I like that site. It has the same score as the original Superman with Christopher Reeve, or at least around that. No, 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 just no. Yeah, and then people saying Nicholas Hoult was an amazing Lex Luthor. He's perfect for Lex Luthor. Perfect? Best comic book movie villain ever. Perfect? No. He wasn't bad, but he wasn't perfect. So, hyperbole, is that how you pronounce it? Hyperbole? I'll just say hyperbolic statements get on my nerve. Because I've seen so many comments where I saw movies where I liked, and like, that's the worst one I ever saw. I'm like, that's the worst movie you ever seen? No. Is Superman the worst movie you ever seen? Absolutely not. No way. No way. By far. No, it's not Twilight. It's not The Mask 2. No, no, no. But it's also not the greatest superhero movie of all time. It's not going to change things. You want more details? You'll see tomorrow in my video. I didn't like the main storyline for Deadpool Wolverine. It's because it's the same thing. But what else? That's the thing, Dallas. It's the same thing. Like, what else can they do? You know. So that's the thing. You know, Yeah, what else can they do? It's a Deadpool movie, so they're not gonna make basically it's an MCU movie, so they're not gonna make the plot super complicated. It's Marvel plot lines are very cookie cutter. What's up, Andrew? How's it going, dude? Dude, Andrew, I know you loved this past Saturday, dude. I know you were busy AF on Saturday. Tell me, what'd you think about, that Saturday and the pay-per-view on its own? Nicholas Hoult was the biggest actor. Yes, by far. And I'm not familiar with what's her name, who played Lois. I know she does. Never seen the show. I heard she does a great job on Marvelous Miss Maisel or something like that. And I always meaning to catch that show, but oh well, I'll catch it sometime. And I'm sure she is fantastic in the movie. Like, yeah, you gotta wait and see. But look-wise, I think she got the look down for Lois Lane, just right. But Nicholas Hoult, out of all of them, of course, the best actor. He's great in almost every movie he's in. I loved him in Mad Max Fury Road. He was great in X-Men movies. And what was that one movie he was in too? I forgot, but yeah, he's. But also, let's just say this. Have you ever seen a bad Robert De Niro movie? Or have you ever seen a bad Al Pacino movie? Or a bad Tom Cruise or Brad Pitt movie? It's not necessarily the actor. It's the director and writing that brings out the talent of the actor. And sometimes vice versa. If you get what I mean, then you understand what I'm talking about. To me, nothing will beat Superman 1. And that's fair. Hyperbole. Thank you. Hyperbole. Whatever. Hyperbole. Man. Yeah, so again, and that's gonna I talk about that too. I'm like, if Superman 1 with Christopher Reeve is the pinnacle of Superman, right? For many people that's Superman, the Superman. And that's another thing what I hate about the reviews. David Cornsweet is the Superman. Nicholas Hoult is the Lex Luthor. No, he's not. You know who I think is the best Lex Luthor? What's his name? Michael Rosenbaum, I think his name, from Smallville. That is Lex Luthor. Especially the end. If you remember the ending of Smallville, do you guys remember the exchange between Lex and Clark? I'll play it for you if you want right now. That was an amazing exchange. That was fantastic. I want to, but you didn't work that day? All right, but still, man, tell me what you think about the pay-per-view. Wedge, what's up, dude? Hi, homie, Ray. It is right now. I got no girl boss hype. Why not? You already know how I'm going to do it. Yeah, dude, I'm especially chilling. Dude, glad to see you again, dude. I'll watch Superman soon. I'll say this, which I have always said, having a Superman film coming out again is worth the happiness alone. I hate waiting. Fair enough, dude. Fair enough. I mean, if you're into like, hey, you just want to see Superman on the big screen again, go for it. You may be confused on what I mean by no girl boss, but I will explain it to you right now in my next message, so listen up, brother. This will be good. Okay, you got it. What's up, Chaos? How's it going, man? Smallville is my jam. Oh my gosh, I was such a geek. Yeah, that's a good portrayal of both Superman and Lex. I like Rosenbaum. I don't love how they connect everyone to Kansas all the way to Metropolis, though. But that's more in line with the comics, still. But yeah, all right, Dallas. I'll see you later, hopefully. It was a good show. I especially liked it, dude. Everyone I talked to about it, it's like that's probably the best pay-per-view they've ever done. And that main event was probably the best main event they've ever done. And before that, my favorite match was, of course, Ospreay and Swerve. Man, what a show. But see you later, Dallas. Man, you completely skipped over it. Here it is again. I didn't see anything. I didn't see. You see, I skipped. I didn't see anything. And I'm on live chat too. Nothing much. I'm going to Kentucky for a few days. I just left my house with my parents a moment ago. Oh, okay, okay, cool, dude. Well, have a safe trip there. So as I was saying, yeah. The reasons why, the main reason why I don't like WWE anymore, because they flat out said, I think Michael Cole or somebody that was being interviewed, and they said the reason why they got the Netflix deal is because Netflix knows WWE is a draw, but they know that they're not a wrestling company, they're an entertainment company. That's why they got the deal. He said it themselves. We're not wrestling. We're entertainment. Wrestling is the main factor, yes, but that's why they have like movies and music and all that crap, whatever. And I get that, but AEW is pure wrestling. I want wrestling. I don't want to hear about, hey, here's my next movie or my new TV show, my next comic book. I don't care. All right. I mean, good luck to you and your other endeavors, but I want to see wrestling. Good wrestling, professional wrestling, keyword professional wrestling, and AEW has that in spades all the time, but the story was lacking, right? WWE always had the better story simply because they have 30 plus years of characters and wrestlers and storylines and plots to build on. They have a foundation of resources they can just grab at any time and just build any storyline they like. And that's good. But I'm telling you this now, this past All In with by AEW, that was the best storytelling right there in that main event. I don't want to hear anymore like they can't tell good storytelling. Yes, they can. And at that moment, they were better than WWE. As of right now, I'm back in the AEW train. I mean, I never got off the train, but the beginning of this year and the end of last year, I was really waning on AEW. I was like, I guess I'll watch Dynamite. Now I'm like, I'm back again. I'm like, yes, I love AEW. I love AEW. It's just awesome, awesome. They were all right there, so that is why I said you skipped over the message. I didn't see. Did anybody see Wedgie's messages? I didn't see him. You know what? I will just number them so they at least. Yes, number them, please. Just do it like this. Look, 1, like this, like that. 1 and blah blah blah. What do you want to put? I hate the WWE rings. Oh, attracted. Yeah, and I'm getting tired of The Rock and Roman and CM Punk, and it's like, I don't know what it is. Listen, they put on a fantastic show. Don't get me wrong. When they put on a show, they put on the grandest spectacle you can see. But again, it's just a show. I want the meat. That's the presentation. I want the meat. You can have a clean table, gold-plated utensils, silk curtains, and the fanciest room in the world. But if the meal itself is awful, then what's the point? AEW is more like, hey, this is like a simple restaurant, like Arby's or Applebee's, right? Cool. Looks pretty, pretty clean, pretty cool, pretty chill. It's not as grand as like, a 5-star restaurant, but hey, the food is awesome. Food is amazing. I hate WWE. Goldberg, The Rock, John Cena did everybody in a company have a shot at the champion. Yeah. I didn't, and also I didn't like Goldberg's last match. Michael Rosenbaum as Lex Luthor. When my father dies, kings will come to his funeral, but when your father dies, his friends will come. Wow. There you go. That's what I'm saying. That was a great. Oh snap! What's up, Prime Time? How did you like AEW All In? I was just talking about that right now. Welcome to Prime. Ninja, you haven't said anything past, man. I'm gonna please. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Chaos. I didn't see anything. You have to just write. First of all, take your time. You know, I'm not in a rush. Just post it and I'll read it. You know me. I'm reading every single thing in the chat right now. I'm looking at the chat right now. I'm reading everything. Past. Roberts. AEW was fired. Thank you. Yup. What was your favorite match, Prime Time? My favorite match was Hangman and Adam Page, and that was the best storytelling I've seen in wrestling in a long time. Not to mention the cameo appearances by certain wrestlers. I was like, you know, I was expecting Darby. I'm like, okay, yeah, that would have been cool, and it was cool, but the American Dragon, oh, I was like, what? No way, dude. No way. And it made sense. And that point when Swerve had that chain and looked like he was gonna knock Hangman in the face, but he looked at him, was like, you know what? For now, I'll let it go. And he gives him that chain. He throws it in the ring. I'm like, dude. I watched the WWE pay-per-view today. Last two matches with Beckett and Rhea. I rewatched the Trish fight. But this whole all-women's event was so awesome, especially the main event. Oh, cool, dude. That's what AEW should do. And Stephanie Beckett. Whew. All right, Wraith. I got all the messages ready. And I'm saying the first again from the beginning so you can get all the content. Yeah, of course. Just send it. Like I said, put one and then whatever you want to send it for the first part. Hangman winning, seeing Mercedes getting first. Yes, that's the only part I was worried about that night. Like, please don't let Mercedes win. Please don't let her win. I love Toni Storm. She's the best female wrestler today. But I want to see more feuds with her. I want to see feuds with her and Julia Hart. I love Julia Hart. Her and Harley Cameron. Come on, prop them up. I love Julia. I love Harley and Tekla. Tekla is awesome, dude. The Toxic Spider. F yeah. Whoever signed her, good job. I love that, dude. Her gimmick, her look, her wrestling style, awesome, dude. Put the TBS title on her by next year. I love Tekla. My homie Wraith is yeah. I got that. You already know. Dude, I got that again. I read it. With no girl boss love from Sweat Chilling. I got that too. Dude, you're supposed to tell me what the girl boss thing is. I'm like, whole pay-per-view was nice. Yeah. And not only that, the longest wrestling pay-per-view in history. 6 hours. No, 7 or 8 hours if you count the 0 hour and all that stuff before. 8 hours, dude. You know why that is? Does anybody know why they did that? Does anybody know why that extended for that long? Good storytelling. Yes. I'll tell you why. This is why they extended it, right? Because it was originally supposed to end like at 7, right? Because their pay-per-views are generally 4 hours. But because WWE were being a-holes and decided, hey, we're going to have a Saturday night main event right after that. So get ready. I mean, if you count like the 0 hour and everything, yeah, Alejandro, yeah. But if you disregard that, the actual pay-per-view from the first match to the last is 6 hours. But dude, you're gonna get 6 hours of awesomeness. Anyways, so WWE decided, hey, we're gonna have Saturday night main event right after, so check us out. And Tony Khan was like, you know what? No. That's messed up. You don't get to do that on our day. This was gonna happen. He added more matches. He added more cards at the last minute. Right? And he told the wrestlers, make the match as long as possible, as long as you can. No pressure, but if you can draw it out as much as you can, cool. He told them that. That's why it's that long. Not only that, it was that long, he wanted it to extend so much that it overlapped Saturday night main event, because Saturday main event was at 8, and that pay-per-view, but my friend is calculating it, he was going, this thing's gonna end at 9, and that was on purpose to mess with WWE because they mess with AEW first. And think about it, if you're watching if you're watching All In, you're not, and you pay for that pay-per-view, you're not going to stop watching for something you paid for just to watch Saturday Night Main Event. No, no, no. And if you're in that arena, if you're in the Texas Ranger Stadium, you're not going to leave at like 7:30 to go home and watch Main Event. No way. It's smart. Was there a Darby Allin match? No, but he made an appearance. The E trying to screw AEW with S. Yeah, exactly. Also, the E did pay-per-view too. I gave you the message again, and you completely skipped it again. Wedgie, you didn't give me a message, dude. Look, the last message you wrote was 3. Message. You may be confused on what I mean by no girl boss, but I will explain it to you right now in my next message. So listen up, brother. This will be good. I'm waiting for you to tell me that. You just keep repeating to me, dude, you missed a message. I'm not missing any messages. Just tell me why you think by the no girl boss. Just tell me what that means. That's it. Ring of Honor pay-per-view was good too. I didn't catch that. Yeah, think about that. Thank you, Chaos. YouTube is probably deleting your messages, Ninja. So be careful what you write. If there's cursing or something that may be lewd or insensitive, just replace it with another word or put like asterisks like this. If instead of like the F word, just put this. Like that. Can you guys see that? Anyways, sorry about that. Okay, thank you, Chaos. FPS, I can see that. Thank you, Booch. Very clever, Booch. Athena, Ring of Honor. Yes. You know what I was scared of prime time? I was scared of Mercedes Moné winning, right? And winning the women's title, right? So that's belt number 7. So Athena won her shot at the title. So if Mercedes Moné would have won against Toni, then she would have faced Athena and then probably got her belt as well. Listen, there's only one belt collector, and his name is Kenny Omega, and that passed. It's done. She's no female Kenny Omega. No, she's not. And even though I didn't like that he lost, it was a good match. I love this meme. I saw it online with Bret Hart in the media room, ending Goldberg's speech with the message, cutting your speech short like you cut my career short. Ooh. That was messed up, though. That was messed up. How Bret Hart's career was just short like that. And do you guys really blame Goldberg for ending his career like that? Kind of the same way Seth Rollins ruined Sting's career. Very similar. Cock balls, you can literally say anything, you just have to say earmuffs. Okay, you don't have to. Yes, I love that. I love that from old school. Earmuffs, I like that. Earmuffs. What do you think about the new AEW Championship? What do you mean? That was a new belt? Oh, no wonder. Because I didn't really see it too much, but I liked it. Dude, I was so happy for Hangman. You notice how he used his OG theme? But I like his. You know what's funny about that? When he had his second theme come out, I'm like, oh, I like his first theme better. But then but hearing it a lot more, I'm like, you know what? I love his new theme. And then now he goes back to his first one. You literally did miss it, Wraith. I told you to post it again and post it again. You know, you could always go on my Discord and post messages. I'll read them from Discord. If YouTube is not allowing you to do that, it's not my fault. It's most likely YouTube. Dude, again, you're repeating the same things from before. You give me the story. You're giving me the prologue. You know, Star Wars with when the beginning with the stories going down the screen. You know, you're giving me this. You give me the same thing. Like, just tell me the story. Okay, there you go. Number 4 message. No girl boss is referring to a movie I saw a few days back. Okay. Who was in that movie? No girl boss hype. Okay. It was an accident happened to Brett. Goldberg was a little reckless with his kick. Yeah, Brett should forgive him. He should know it was an accident. Did he forgive him though? I mean, did he forgive Shawn Michaels? Damn, a lot of people screwed Bret Hart, dude. Or are you on Vince's side? Bret Hart screwed Bret Hart. And where's Jay White, man? Why wasn't he at that pay-per-view? Is he injured or something? So Trish Stratus wore a shirt top with a message reading, "Your first crush." Wrong? Kind of for me. Her on AW magazine made me go nuts. Yeah, she was something. I'm no punk bitch. Yes. I know punk bitch. I know punk bitch neither. I know punk bitch. Woo. Damn, I'm hungry, dude. I should make a sandwich. Do any of you put jam or jelly on your toast? I love to like jam and jelly on toast, but just a small layer though, not something heavy. But the one I get from is imported from I think Europe or France, because I don't mess with Welch's or anything like, because you know it has like corn syrup and all these weird ingredients. I get like organic, non-GMO, imported spread, I guess what it's called. I love it. I usually get grape. So what kind? If you guys do that, what fruit flavor do you get? Do you get like peach? Do you get strawberry? You get blueberry? Seth Rollins' injury was legit. I saw it on the internet. How Seth Rollins' injury, himself didn't see. It was his ankle, I think, because he did a backflip when LA Knight was charging at him, and then I guess he landed a little bit wrong or maybe too stiff. So yeah. Trish Stratus was my first crush. First crush ever? My first crush is I told you every single message number to make it easier for you, and we even put a message already posted. You know, that's nothing. I'm leaving. Sorry, Wedgie. There's nothing. There's nothing I can say. I'm sorry. I don't see any messages, dude. I just see your last message that you wrote was no girl boss hype. That's it. You're referring to a movie you saw a few days back. I saw that. I like grape jelly on my toast. Yeah, I usually get grape. Blueberry jam? Oh. Do you call it jam over there, or is it something else? Because some countries call it preserves. Some countries call it, like, you know, spread. What's jam? I call it spread. I'm like, I don't know what the hell that is. Spread what? The other jams are usually too sweet, but the blueberry is usually less. So, okay. I gotta try it out. They should have like a mini, like a box with those mini jars. That way you can have like a variety, you know? That way you try it out, and then if you don't like most of them, you just get the ones you like. I forgot he can do that. Those Wedgie, I've read those messages like 10 times already. But you keep saying you didn't see my messages. I've been reading it all over. If you're gonna go, sorry. But I'm not gonna entertain that anymore. If you can't understand the fact that I've read your messages at least 10 times over and over, and you keep repeating you haven't read my messages, I've been reading them. I don't understand what you're trying to say. But if you gotta go, man. Sorry, have a good night. You know, my first all-time crush is Amy Jo Johnson, the Pink Ranger. Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's your first celebrity crush? Or your first crush? My first crush is Kelly Kapowski from Saved by the Bell. Man, but not only because she's beautiful, but because in the show, she seems like a very nice, wholesome person, and I like that. I'm upset with the E. Didn't watch Saturday Night Main Event. I don't blame you, dude. I don't blame you. Dude, he read them, so I don't know why you're... Yeah, I know. Dude, if you're... You know what I mean? Just lay off that for a while, and then come to the chat sober, dude. I'm not mad. Just don't be pissed off at me or anyone here because you think we're ignoring you or we're not reading your chat. It's not that, dude. You just keep repeating the same thing over and over. Like, guess what? I got a story to tell you. All right. Guess what? I got a story to tell you. Okay. Guess what? I got a story to tell you. Okay. Tell me a story. But you didn't read my message. What message was that? Well, guess what? I got a story to tell you. Guess what? I got a story to tell you. I'm like, yeah, you said that before. See, you made me like, you made me mess up, dude. I'm like, just tell me the story, man. Or if you feel like YouTube is really not showing your message, which is no fault of mine because YouTube's being YouTube, go on my Discord and write down whatever story you want to tell me and I'll read it. Or if it's private, I'll read it off screen or off stream or something. Plus, why attack me when I only stated that YouTube? Yeah, Chaos is only stating the facts. That's it. He's nothing against you, dude. Probably Bucho, but it doesn't see because he likes to. I think he likes to, party with the grass. So that's, maybe he's too much of it or something. I don't know. My opinion on WWE right now, I don't really watch it, man. It's the same thing. Cody and Roman Reigns, and just it feels like what they want. It's sports entertainment. Yeah, wrestling is their focal point, but I don't know, man. It's more style than substance. You know, it's like I said before in another stream. You know that Rocky song, Eye of the Tiger? Remember that line? You change your passion for glory. That's what it is with WWE. They don't have that passion anymore. It's all about glory. It's all about being number one. It's not about displaying wrestling skills or great matches. It's all about the hype. And I feel bad for, not really, but when any AEW wrestler goes to WWE, they think, oh my God, here's my chance. I may headline WrestleMania one day. I'm going to go to SummerSlam. I'm going to meet The Rock. I'm going to wrestle Randy Orton. And that could happen. But that's if they want you to do that. If they believe in you. The only reason why they believe in you is because they saw you in AEW. That's it. They want to hurt AEW. They're not really putting any stake in you. Look at Ricky Starks. Oh, AEW sucks. AEW didn't do anything with me. Blah blah blah. They let me sit on the bench. Well, they try to give you stories, and you didn't want any of the stories. And then you end up in NXT as Ricky Saints. Okay, no one's really talking about you anymore. AEW is pure professional wrestling. Is it gonna get the same numbers as WWE in ratings? No. Are they gonna? Is it internationally, worldwide, and recognizable as WWE? No. Is it gonna be part of the Hollywood elite? Meaning, like the Hollywood circle? No. Maybe one day, but not now. Because it's mostly about wrestling. Right? Wrestling. That's it. Like Nintendo. Nintendo is dipping their toes in movies and other genres and other industries, making toys and so forth. I understand that. That's cool. But what's their number one focus? What makes them a great company? Video games. And they still make them spectacularly to me. They still do it. They're still on point, right? They're not flawless, but they're still there. That's why I gotta switch to. That's why I'm still a Nintendo fan. I can give two F's about their movies or anything. Oh, they're making a movie, they're making a soundtrack, they're making shirts. I'm like, okay, good for them, cool, awesome. But what about their games? What made them famous in the first place? And you get someone like, what's your name? Mariah May, right? Mariah May's a good wrestler. Why'd she leave? I guess she wanted the money. She could have just worked on herself, and then it's like, if you're in AEW just to be seen by WWE, you're in the wrong business. Now, if you're in AEW to really expand yourself, to progress your skills, and to hone your craft, and to, and to say, AEW gave me a chance, I'm gonna give it everything I've got, and just focus on AEW because they helped me. That seems much better. Like, Bill, it's like either you want to be part of a legacy, or start your own in a new house. It's like that. Remember when PlayStation first showed up? They didn't have a legacy. They didn't have anything. You think you're gonna go up against Sega and Nintendo? Sure. When Panasonic tried, they failed. When Atari tried with Jaguar, they failed. With Neo Geo, they tried. They failed. But Sony kept going. They built their own legacy. They built their own brand. And with time, they became the biggest brand of them all. That's what I'm saying. If I was a young wrestler, don't get me wrong, it's nice to, if that's your dream to be in WrestleMania, go for it. Go for it. But if be a sports entertainment, yes, go to WWE. But if you want to be a professional wrestler because you love the history, you love the craft, you love the sport, right? You want to give it everything you got to show the world that you're a great wrestler, go to AEW. Make that house better, expand it, be part of a new history. I just don't understand people sometimes, right? I'm just on the road with my parents heading to, yeah, don't worry about it, Chaos, man. Don't worry about it. He's off on something. I don't know what's up with him. I'm not mad or anything. I'm just saying, listen, coming at me is one thing, but don't come at my chat members. Don't come to my regulars or anybody in the chat and be like, oh, you're messed up, you're dumb, you don't understand. Like, dude, you're just trying to help. That's it. You didn't say anything wrong to him. I understand, dude. I'm on your side. And again, I'm not mad at him. I'm not pissed off. I'm not trying to villainize him. I'm just, dude, just get your act straight, and then we have a talk about it. That's it, dude. I was telling him like 5 times, like 10 times, dude. Just tell me the story. I can read it. Anyways, I like the AEW more major stream. AEW wrestling is better. WWE repeats the same storyline over and over. I'm tired of Cody, Roman, and other. Yeah, and guess what? You're gonna see more of the newer trends. You're gonna see more of Jey Uso and the Usos and whatever family, The Rock and Roman. I don't want it to be The Rock's family featuring other wrestlers. I don't like that. Just make it about wrestling, dude. Okay, that's when WWE shines, when it's about wrestling and storytelling, real wrestling. I hope AEW do a Fight Forever too. Ah, they should, man, because Fight Forever had promise, it had potential, but then it fell flat at the end, man. It's they should have done it like Fortnite. Like Fortnite wasn't a monster when it came out, when it first came out. It wasn't, because remember it was up against PUBG. But then they kept adding more to Fortnite, adding more and more and more and more and more. And then people started taking notice. I'm like, yeah, you know what? This is cool. They added new features and this and that. That's what they should do with Fight Forever, but they don't do that. They just let it die. I'm like, okay. Yo, what's up, Maxim? Yo, what are we doing talking about? Stone Cold Steve Austin, ball sack? You're damn right, you son of a bitch. All right, that was a bad impression. We get it, you know what I'm saying? AEW is the alternative wrestling, not too much sport in wrestling. I like stuff unique and different. Thank you. Me too. Me too. But I don't like it just because it's different for for the sake of being different. I like it because it actually is something different, something that's alternative to what's on. Because competition is great. When you have competition, you go back and forth. That's when your creativity shines. Again, going back to Sega, Nintendo, and Sony. Going back to actually make it more simple, going back to Nintendo and Sega in the early 90s. Sega released this, Nintendo released that. Nintendo released this, Sega released that. It's in competition. But guess who won? Gamers. We won that. We won that battle. Because no matter what system you owned, Genesis or Super Nintendo, we're having a ball, dude. We're having awesome time playing these games. And if you're lucky and rich enough to own both, even better. Hey, what's up, Middleman? How you been, dude? It's been a while. Well, Sony initially cooperated with Nintendo, but the big end screwed Sony. Not necessarily. I'll tell you why in a second. WWE has gone downhill since the Attitude Era. Yes, my friend thinks it's the best era since the Attitude Era, but I don't think so. You can't match Attitude Era. You know what's the thing too? They have Netflix, right? They have that Netflix deal. If I were in charge of WWE, I'd be like, you know what? We should do something. We should go back to the Attitude Era. If not, something similar, because Netflix, you can curse, you can do this, but of course, remember, it's an entertainment company. It's also a family company. AEW is not about that. Yes, it's for families if they want to watch it, but it's again, it's more of a sport. So going back to movie, hey, we were talking about Superman earlier. It's like before they messed it up, and I mean, well, you'll see my review tomorrow about Superman. MCU, right? It's an action comedy. It's more for families, right? You can take your kids to see that. But the older movies, like Batman, Superman, Man of Steel, Wonder Woman, Suicide Squad, the first one, that first phase or chapter of the DCEU, that was a darker tone, more mature tone. That's for the fans. That's for the older members of the family. I mean, you can still take your kids to it, but it had a different tone. It was something different until they messed it up and made it all the rest of the movies like Marvel, and then it crashed and burned. That's what I'm saying. Anyways, so if you're competition, you have to be different in order to compete. If you're just copying somebody and following them, you'll always be behind them. Burger King and McDonald's are similar because they're both burger fast food restaurants. But guess what? One has flame broiled Whoppers. The other one has two all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, and a sesame seed bun. One of them has onion rings. The other has quite possibly the best fries on the planet. You understand? Different, but similar. If you want one, go to one. If you prefer one over the other, cool. So anyways, regarding Sony and Nintendo, yes, Nintendo screwed Sony, but only because Sony was trying to screw Nintendo first. See, then Sony was all about, hey, yeah, we'll help you build this system, we'll help you market it, we'll help you do this, but we want to make those games too. We want to make Zelda. We want to make Mario. We want to make all of them. Give them to us. We want the rights, and we want half the profits. And Nintendo was like, no. No, we get to make Mario. That's our IP. That's our franchise. Because they wanted too much out of the deal. If they would have just said, can we make one like Donkey Kong game maybe? Maybe if it's okay, maybe a Yoshi game. Yeah, you know what? Sure. But they wanted like the whole thing. No, 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 dude. That's why they gave that to CDS to Philips because they had less money out of the deal, and that's why they gave them the rights to Zelda and Mario. Granted, those games weren't good, but yeah, who cares about those games anyways? Do you honestly think Sony at the time, at 1994 Sony, not Sony now, you think 1994 Sony would have done a good job with Mario and Zelda? Hmm. Hmm. I don't like how that big contract went down, uh, co- conjoining wrestling, UFC, and boxing only because I still do like boxing, but I'm a little annoyed of boxing is just entertainment. If you do boxing right, yeah, boxing is fantastic. But if you do that, if you pull off that bull BS like what was that Tyson fight with Jake Paul or something? Come on, what was that, dude? What was that? What was that? And that's the thing too. Oh, former AEW wrestlers see the grass not greener in the WWE. They need to stop jumping ship. Exactly, but let them do it. Let them ruin their reputation. Like, look, I think the best case for that is hold on. Let me finish reading this. NFL is listed as an entertainment business as well, right? Kind of guys. Me, is there any real competitive sport left? I like baseball still. I know never I know never beat other Monday Night Raw War. Yeah, that would have been cool if the Dynamite was on Mondays, but they don't want to do it. Competition is good for wrestling. It is. Who had a better ring entrance, Sting from a helicopter or Stone Cold from a beer truck? Was that the same beer truck that he sprayed beer in the ring? If so, then that one. I watched the new uh Fritanga video. Apparently, people put enough of a stink. Nintendo are reconsidering game key cards and card. Good, good, good. Because no one likes them. That's what I'm saying. Vote with your wallets. You can complain online all you want, and that does make a mark. But once you put in your message, I will never buy another game with game key cards again, then they'll listen and they'll look at the numbers. You know what's the best selling third party game on Switch 2? Cyberpunk, because that's the only one out of all the major releases that is on an actual cart. No game key nonsense, no digital code, nothing. It's an actual cart and everything is in there. That's how you do it. But every other game, like I don't know, like Hogwarts and all that, it's like your GameCube card and this and digital. No, we don't like that, dude. Stop that. 1984 Sony was more known for electronics. Exactly. 1984 Sony was more. Oh yeah. Basketball, baseball, soccer, and volleyball. Alejandro. Yeah, good ones. I noticed John Cena not truly happy being healed. Do you notice that? Yes, I do notice that. Why? Why? Who thought about that? Was so stupid. Why put him heel in his last run? Imagine him being the old school John Cena in his last run. Make it memorable, dude. That's awesome. I hope they don't do something stupid where he's a heel and then the last match he's at some other hero interrupts and then they make Cena a face at the last second. No, that's stupid. NHL National Hockey League is another one. I've always wanted to get into hockey, but I just never got a chance to. That was just a cash grab. The whole Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fiasco. Exactly, just a cash grab. It's just entertainment. I think of all pro sports as entertainment because they're competitive. The most entertaining games, fights, races are the most competitive ones. Right. I want Taco Bell now, but I'm craving 90s. Thank you so much for mentioning food, Maxim. No, I'm hungry too. So going back to the wrestlers jumping ship to a WWE, look at Jade Cargill. Why they even hired her in the first place, I have no idea. Because you can tell that even from her Instagram pics before she was a wrestler, she's all about fame. She doesn't care two shites about wrestling. And they trained her, right, for like a year or two before her debut. And then when she debuted with Shaq, she was very underwhelming. And then you had all these magazines saying, she's the future of wrestling, the future of wrestling. She's a prodigy. She's gonna be the greatest of all time, blah, 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 right? And then for the next 2 years in AEW, she had a winning streak. Most of them are jobbers. And then none of her matches were memorable. None of her matches were memorable. The only memorable ones were the ones with women who actually were good, such as Chris Statlander and Thunder Rosa. And her being like the longest reigning TBS champ. I hated that. I'm glad Mercedes Moné is getting to squash that record, because Jade Cargill is all, you can just tell she's all about, I want to make movies. She even said that many times. I want to make movies. I want to make music. Blah blah blah. So that means she wanted to be in WWE. Go ahead, go ahead. You have some of the best wrestlers in the world training her. Before she left, Daniel Bryanson was training her, right? She got marginally better, and then she left, and WWE got her, right? And WWE's like, guess who we got? Guess who we got? We got Jade Cargill. Oh yeah, we got Jade Cargill now. Now you're gonna see something. And then they got her, yet they put her in the performance center for another year or so, or a few months. If she was that good, you would have debuted her at Raw the next day. Imagine them getting a male wrestler from AEW and they go, yeah, we're gonna he's gonna be great, but we gotta put him through the performance center first. People will laugh. Like, what? Then why'd you sign him in the first place? That's exactly what I'm saying. And then when she debuted, she's That's what I'm saying. She's She's always gonna be as a great wrestler says, mid. I want 80s, 90s McDonald's back when they were more welcoming and the food was... Yeah, the food was better because they used beef tallow. And RFK wants them to use beef tallow again. It's okay, I had some beers. I won't sleep now for a while. The trick is to not go to bed until I feel completely exhausted. Me too. Especially team sports, where each team is actually a business more than it's true representative of the city of its or region. How many NFL, NBA, NHL, EPL teams are stacked with players from their cities? You know, you have a good point, Bucho. Because New York has 3 NFL teams. They have the Buffalo Bills, the New York Jets, and the New York Giants. And then I think California has 3 as well. The Raiders, the Chargers, right? And something else. And the 49ers. They talk junk about AEW Fight Forever. WWE 2K is so broken. WWE 2K4 is going down as the worst wrestling game in history. Patches don't work. See, creator wrestling community is so upset at 2K. Again, they don't care, because as long as you have people's money. You sign for potential talent. Yes, but you have to have, that's the keyword, you have to have potential. You have to have, like, this kid is good. He's going to go places, right? So, like for example, they signed Ricky Starks, right? Because they seem like he has potential. But they didn't put him to the full performance center, I think, not that I know of, because they know he's good. You get what I'm trying to say? So if you're that good, why do you need to go to a performance center? And also, one of the reasons why Anthony Ego and Jade Cargill and Ricky Starks gone over to WWE, because Cody Rhodes is like, hey, they're friends with Cody Rhodes. The second Cody left, they were going to follow suit. Because Ricky was at WrestleMania. Ricky was at, Cody's house. Ricky was at, all these different events with WWE. And, like, he's going to be there. Come on, Rick. That's why AEW didn't really like that. Like, dude, we get you have friends in WWE, but show some respect for the company you work for. Do you know how upset people from Coke would be if you see some of their employees or their executives at a Pepsi event? Jay should have went to NXT before. Exactly. Stephanie Vaquer, she has talent. She has experience. She should have went straight to SmackDown or Raw, not NXT. Think about the LA Lakers, for example. Owner is from Kansas, and none of their most talented players to play Kobe, Shaq, from LA. That's true, because when it comes to American sports, when they do the college drafting or the drafting in general, they get their talent from wherever they can. The Raiders, the Chargers, and the Rams. Oh, okay. The Rams. The 49ers, though. San Francisco. So that's 4. They signed Ricky Berwick. I don't think he can wrestle Ricky Berwick. I get it, but you put them in the performance center to hone their talent. That's true. But they did that the most. They had that most time with Jade Cargill. Because she's there for a long time. And then they had the nerve to say, well, they didn't say it flat out, but they insinuated, you know what? I think Triple H said it that she's gonna get proper training. You know, we're gonna make sure she becomes the star she's meant to be or whatever. And like, that's a jab at AEW. Like, they basically said they didn't have the right people training her. I'm like, Daniel Bryanson is not the right person to train her, really? Or Manchester City, owned by a royal family from Abu Dhabi, coached by a Spaniard. Most of the players aren't even from England, let alone yeah. Oh, I see that all the time especially with soccer. Like, they have a French team. I'm like, they look like they're from Jamaica. Why are they? Yeah, again, it's about who can play the game. You know, it's where they can get their talent. Raiders are Nevada. Oh, Las Vegas. Oh, really? So the Las Vegas Raiders? I didn't know that. Wow. So what about the 49ers? What do you think of Jordan Grace NXT? I don't know too much about her, but I like her. I forget Raiders in Vegas. I didn't know when did they do that? When did they change the Raiders to Vegas? I'm not the biggest football fan, as you can tell. Not that I'm saying I don't like it. I'm just saying I don't follow it a lot. The only sport I follow the most is wrestling. And I love this level, dude. I think it was brilliant the way they designed it. You have the sunset in the background. Then you're like at the top of like a sinking city, right? I think this is Greece or something. And then because it's flooded, the water's like right at foot level. Not only that, it's reflecting the images above. It's awesome. I love that. But humans are so innately tribal that hundreds of thousands of us feel loyal to a club or team, even though that team or team didn't actually represent anything to do with us in reality. Exactly. I guess for some players or some people, it's about the politics, it's about the money, it's about, I guess you could say, loyalty, and how much cash you can dangle in front of the people. That's right, yeah. It's the same with politics in many ways, but we probably don't need to go there. Yes, we do. Now you mention it. You know what? Trump is... No, I'm kidding. There are many things wrong with the different venues and industries that basically hold this world together. And anyway, I'm out for the night, gang. Hope to catch you in the next one. All right, Bucho, thanks for stopping by, dude. You're awesome. Rock on, Booch. Have a good night, dude. See you next time. And that was unheard of in the 16-bit era. What was unheard of? 49ers are San Francisco, and they have been for years, but like a decade ago, they moved out of the city and are south now in Santa Clara, next to the San Jose airport. Oh, I've been there. I've gone. You're watching airplanes. I've been to San Jose many times. What do you think of WWE helping TNA and AAA? AEW helps CMA in New Japan. What are you talking about? I don't want a bunch of billionaires using cheap labor to destroy the country because they feel like... Exactly. I feel the same way. The whole reflection of like... Oh, yeah, right. I don't think that many games have done that. As far as I know, this is the only 16-bit game that does it in that era. Maybe there's a Super Nintendo game that does it, but I haven't seen it. This is what I'm saying. The Genesis is not as powerful as Super Nintendo, but you use the resources to your ability. You can extract as much power as you can from as little power as you can. It's all within the hands of the devs. I think they did a wonderful job with this game. Oh, anyways, Primetime. I hate the fact that WWE only bought AAA solely because they knew AEW was partnering, not buying or joining, but just partnering with CMLL. It shows how scared they are. And the fact that CMLL is the greatest luchador wrestling in Mexico says a lot, dude. Because when they bought the AAA wrestling, you get all these luchadores, you know, they're like, yeah, I'm so glad. And you got Hijo de Vikingo, dude. That dude was nasty, dude. I was hoping he signed for AEW, but not anymore. But let him go to WWE. And you know what? The thing I don't like the most is exactly what they're doing right now, which is and I quote, they said this. I don't know if it's Triple H, but the heads up in WWE said they want to make AAA wrestling, the luchador wrestling, the lucha libre, more Americanized. Why do that? Why are you doing that? Leave it alone. People love the lucha libre the way it is. For decades, dude. Don't mess with that. It's so stupid. I don't get why businesses do that. If you want to buy it, fine. Even though as much as I hate that, because now they own the rights to ECW and WCW, and they're pretty much this close to getting TNA. But you bought AAA as well. You're not supposed to have a monopoly. And why are they that threatened? They have so much more money than AEW. I don't get that. It's ridiculous what they're doing with that. But AEW's doing it right. They're creating not only businesses but partnerships and relationships, because they can just go see it no matter what. They can have it in with they can have it in good with CMLL. They can say, you know what, AEW is not pushing us. AEW is not, taunting us. AEW is not bullying us. They just want to partner with us because they respect us, and in return, we respect them too. It's all about respect. A lot of businesses carry respect too, and you can tell the owners of AAA were like happy that they got bought by WWE, because they how much did they pay for AAA? Like $2 billion or something. I don't remember. And then New Japan, same thing. New Japan and AEW go together like peanut butter and jelly, like bacon on burgers. Like it's amazing, and you don't mess with New Japan, dude. Because Kenny alone has ties to New Japan like that. And then they're not stupid. They like WWE too, but they respect AEW way more. For businesses, it's more about respect. Here to bring back Atari 2600. I think they're doing that too. I don't believe in platitudes. It's like when the hippies welcome the aliens in bars, attacks, and the aliens just open fire on everyone. Pretty much, dude. Pretty much. But people don't want to learn. People don't want to understand that lesson. Like, why would you want to do that? Like, Wraith, can you impersonate Eddie Guerrero or do a quote? I can't impersonate Eddie Guerrero, but Viva la raza, like that, right? What was it that he called China mommy? Like, hey, mommy, like that, right? I could do that. What's happening from Born in East LA? Hey, what's happening? Because owners think this is what Americans want. Lucha Libre is their own thing. Exactly. Don't change that shit. Imagine doing that. God forbid they buy New Japan and they go, hey, you know what? We need to make it more Americanized. Like, no. That's like if McDonald's bought PF Chang's or Panda Express and go, you know what? You should make it more like McDonald's. Have little bits of Big Mac, pieces of Big Mac in your sweet and sour chicken. And like, no. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? And spoiler alert, one of the reasons why I wasn't fond of the new Superman movie was because it felt like MCU's Superman. That's the biggest take I have on that. Why would you do that? You don't have to make it like Snyder. You don't have to make it dark, but don't make it like MCU. Anyways, I see Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows going AEW before you're. Me too. Me too. You know what? They should join. They should join the Hounds of Hell. The Hounds of Hell should be a faction, dude. They're the ones. If they're gonna take the and they should take the belts off Bobby of the Hurt Syndicate, dude. How awesome is the Hurt Syndicate? Press 1 if you hurt people. If you aren't cheating, stealing, or lying, you aren't trying. That's right. I shaved my mustache and beard for my trip to Kentucky. How big was your mustache and beard? Is it true the first KFC is in Kentucky? If you're going around there, let me go there and try some chicken. I heard it's different there. I think when most wrestling companies get bought out by WWE, I think the biggest importance by the bought company is that their history be respected, honored, and archived. WWE is now doing good on it. Somewhat. Because what I hate is that before AEW, when a wrestler came from another promotion into WWE, they would not recognize their accomplishments. So, for example, if Kenny Omega went to WWE instead of created AEW, they would have gone, oh, 6-time champion and 2-time tag team champion, Kenny Omega. Okay, 6-time champion from what promotion? Tag team with who? And what promotion? They don't do that. They didn't do that before, and they probably won't mention now. They don't do that now. You know why? Because they don't go, hey, guess who's on the NXT roster? Ricky Saints. He was the AEW NXT TNT champion for 6 months and a tag team champion for 5 months. No. It's like, oh, AEW? What's that? And fair enough, AEW will probably do the same thing if they got a WWE champion, but they wouldn't mention WWE, but they just say, oh, like if for example they got like AJ Styles. We got AJ Styles. He's a 5-time intercontinental champion. He's a 3-time tag team champion. Okay, cool. But people know where he's from. But they're not gonna hide it. I hope and pray Private Party don't go to the. I doubt it. Again, WWE is only getting those people just to mess with AEW. They don't believe in them. Listen, I like Private Party. I really do. And I like their reign as tag team champs, even though it was okay. It wasn't awesome or anything like that. But it was okay. I'm glad they won. But I don't think they were that good for WWE to take notice. No. If I were Tony Khan, I would tell, listen, I'll ask Jericho, I'd ask Moxley, I'd ask Bryanson, I'd ask Dustin Rhodes, like, listen, you guys have been in another company before. Can you talk to the younger guys and tell them exactly why you left, why you choose to come here besides money, why you choose to stay here, you know, why it's better to hone your craft in professional wrestling as opposed to just being a sports entertainer. Not big, but they were bothering me, so I shaved them. Plus, my mustache kept ending up going into my mouth. Ugh. You know what? Let's play something else. Metal Gear Solid. Gotta finish too. I wish NXT and Raw weren't removed from Peacock. Where am I going to watch next? I thought NXT. Wait, where's the NXT then? I know Raw is on Netflix. Is SmackDown on Netflix or is it on Channel 5 or something? Also, I wanted to look nice for my trip to Kentucky. Cool. Fair enough. Who likes this game? Who likes Metal Gear Solid? Let's see if this works. eShop. That's fast. Free download. Okay. Free download. That was fast. Okay. Wraith, you finally got Metal Gear Solid back. Yes, yes. I downloaded 1 and 2. I gotta finish 2, dude. I gotta finish 2. Ah, wait. What's Master Book? Oh yeah. Oh wait. Oh, never mind. Who does not like Metal Gear Solid? At one point, I would say I didn't like Metal Gear Solid. I wasn't familiar with, and then I think 2 or 3 years back, I played this, and you can watch. I have those videos. The last boss took me like 8 hours to beat. I'm not kidding. It was I was infuriated, dude. I was pissed off the whole time because the control sucked. Because what people don't realize about these particular games is that when they said, "Oh, Metal Gear Solid Collection's coming out for Switch and Xbox and PS5," I'm like, "Cool." It's just ports of the HD remasters they did years ago. It's nothing new. It's literally ports. So they didn't bother fixing the controls to like the modern day. Nothing like that. So you had to use the D-pad like old school PlayStation 1 first year, 1995, to control Solid Snake, and it was effing pissing me off. Aside from that, that was the first time I ever played Metal Gear Solid. Because growing up, I heard nothing but good things about this game. And then when I finally played it, I'm like, this isn't bad. But then when I finally beat it, I see why this is hyped. I see why people love this game. Metal Gear Solid has quite possibly the best story I've ever seen in a video game. That story from Metal Gear Solid alone beats the F out of most Hollywood movies today in the last 10 years. And this game came out in 1998 in a video game platform. This could have easily been a blockbuster Hollywood movie. Easily. So now I get why Kojima's considered a genius. Now I get that. Is he as good as Miyamoto? No. He ain't on the same level, but he's up there. NXT is a WWE event that started with the women's division wrestling run by William Regal, owned by Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. NXT is where newcomers where newcomers to wrestling get drafted to before they get put on Raw. Yes, exactly. It's like their own drafting pool. Well, Metal Gear was designed to be a walking machine of death. Yes, Metal Gear Rex. The thing about Kojima, he's a PlayStation fanboy, so he's not making it easy on you if you are on PS. That's true. That's true. What's integral? Let's watch the beginning of this. And Konami screwed up with the garbage Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Survive. Wasn't that like a multiplayer? Best iconic PBS show intros: Reading Rainbow, Sesame Street, or Mr. Rogers? Good question. In terms of song, Reading Rainbow. In terms of like visual delight, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I love the little miniature town, the camera's panning over. I love that. I want to do something like that. NXT is where I grew to like wrestlers like Sami Zayn, Neville, and Finn Balor. Yes, Neville, aka Pac. It was Metal Gear Solid meets zombie shooter. Really? Was it that bad? Alejandro, I'm not 5. So? But did you ever watch those shows?
Was attacked and captured by Next Generation Special Forces, being led by members of Foxhound.
Did anybody play this game when it first came out back in 1998?
They're demanding that the government turn over.
Can you believe this game
not met within
and
24
Zelda
hours,
Ocarina of
to
Time
launch a nuclear
came out the
weapon.
same year. Damn.
You'll have 2 mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson.
There's something about PlayStation 1
and the president
graphics
of
that I
Armstead,
love, man.
Kenneth
I
Baker.
don't know what it is, but I love.
Both are
Even
being
better
held
than
hostage.
64 graphics.
Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike.
Yes. True.
Stop
Nice.
them if they
Yes,
do.
there you go.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man
Oh,
SDV.
let me see if we can imitate him.
After the
Colonel.
SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it.
What's the mission,
Later on, you'll
Colonel?
have to swim.
This reminds me of Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, which is a good movie, by the
IJ
way.
Special Forces Unit Foxhound, your former unit, and one that I was a commander of.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound,
Foxhound.
involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mattis, with his powerful
I want to get the
psychic
figures from this
abilities.
game, but they're a lot of money.
The beautiful and deadly sharpshooter.
Sniper Wolf. Is that where she got her name? That YouTuber or that social media influencer? That's where she got it, right?
And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake.
The man with the same codename as you. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP?
Yes, this is a top secret.
Mr.
black
Rogers
ops.
and Sesame Street is
Don't
where we
expect
were
any official
entertained and
support.
learned lessons. Yes, we need. I know there'll never be another Mr. Rogers, because something tells me if they did that, he'd look very different, very different, and they'd be like, talk about woke bullcrap. So no. Yeah, Mr. Rogers was great. There was actually a Sesame Street episode where Big Bird met Mr. Rogers. Instacart did a nostalgic 90s commercial recently. Anyone see it? Nope. How long is the video? No, Sniper Wolf existed way before. No, I know that. So that's what I'm saying. So is that where Sniper Wolf, the social media girl now, is that where she got her name from this game? Is she? I'm not familiar with her content because I don't like watching women or girls that like prance around and like, oh, I got this new game, and then the cleavage is like right there. I'm like, shut up. So I wouldn't know if she's a Metal Gear Solid fan or anything like that. So plus she's a moron. No, okay. 34-second video sent on Discord. Okay, maybe watch it soon. Sniper Wolf did what she believed in, unlike Sniper Wolf, who doxed the guy. What did the bad Sniper Wolf do to what did she do to dox him? I don't know too much about that. See, this is why that's the one thing I don't like about, I'm kind of concerned about being too famous. Because if I'm that famous, I don't want people doxing me. Well, if they do, if they find out where I live, yeah, go ahead, come here. It's not the safest neighborhood, so go ahead, have fun coming here. But I don't want to be petty and be like, oh yeah, I'm a big YouTuber now. I get to dox you and blah blah blah. I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to be in a feud with anybody. And I know I'm probably gonna get a lot of flack from that Superman review tomorrow, but I don't care. It's about the truth, good or bad. It's about telling the truth. Clip him saying he doesn't like watching half naked. Stupid. Yeah, because I like watching full frontal women naked. She revealed the guy's address, but why? What's the context? Like, did he make fun of her? Did he threaten her, or what? She started out with a different YouTube name, was a COD player, but she's become a total business. A dying little girl wanted to meet her, and what does she do? She ignores. Really? She did that? You serious?
the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim. High-tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound. Your former...
Wraith and fam. Hey, what's up, Rev? Welcome, dude. We're talking about AEW All In, dude. Did you watch? Did you like? And we're talking about Sniper Wolf now, the YouTuber, because I'm you know.
Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and
Yeah, see, because I had Metal Gear Solid on. I unsubbed from her when I found out about it. That was unacceptable. Damn. Wow. I'm not lying. No, I believe you. I believe you. I watched Don't Look Up yesterday. Crazy movie for being made 4 years ago. Anyone see it? No, what's it about, Alejandro? That's why I'm not Mr. Feminist. A lot of girls like that think they can become a celeb. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to give her any views. And this is what I'm saying too, because that's the thing about YouTubers and social media influencers is that they even if they're good, they make videos about like, oh, I hate this girl because she's a biznitch, she's a biatch, blah 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 blah, whatever, and then you're just giving your audience attention to that negative person. Like me, I can make a video like if someone goes after me like, oh, Wraith sucks, Wraith this, Wraith that, right? I'm like, I'll make one video going, you know what, this guy's a moron. This guy probably hasn't gotten laid unless he visited his cousin's house last year in like 10 years. He's whatever, right? And that's it. I'm not going to go back and forth, right? I don't have the time nor inclination to do anything like that. I don't want to start a war or beef or anything because it's basically, for me, that's petty. That's below me. I don't want to do that shit, you know? I'll defend myself, yes. But anyways, I'm not going to make 10,000 videos about someone I don't like. So guess what? Because then now my audience, my viewers are going to go to that channel on that viewer I don't like and give them like, oh, and then you know what he said about you, Wraith? I'm like, why? I don't care. Why are you watching him? Don't watch him. He's garbage. I mean, listen, you watch whatever you want to watch. I can't tell you what to watch. I'm just saying, if you don't like somebody, don't give them any attention. Don't give them views, nothing. Because it makes no sense. Oh, I hate this YouTuber. I hate him. He's an asshole, blah, blah, blah. But why are you watching his video still? Like, you know what he said in his last video? Why are you watching that? You're giving him views. You're giving him more focus. The best thing you can do about people in general, but especially YouTubers, is just ignore them. Don't watch them. Don't recommend them. That's it. Nobody likes Wraith. Where are all my views? Hey, 92 views, 46 viewers. Wow, that's the second highest this year. Awesome. People will watch them to see why. Exactly. It's kind of like Howard Stern when he was first on radio, and he got all these ratings, big ratings, and then the executive producers like, I don't understand this. Why are these people viewing? I mean, are listening to him? And then his assistant, is in the movie he made. He goes, well, the people who love him view him because they want to see what he says next. He goes, okay, then why do people who hate him keep listening to him? Like, number one reason, they want to see what he says next. I get that. Yeah, Chaos, exactly. I only watch YouTubers I enjoy. Now, there's a lot of them, and I can't watch them all the time. There's some YouTubers like, oh, I missed her video, I missed his video, and stuff like that. And by the way, I promise you guys, I'm gonna have real content. First is my Superman review tomorrow, and on Saturday, I'm going somewhere really good. I think you guys would enjoy me recording this place. And no, it has nothing to do with video games. But it's a place I went to once a very long time ago, and I plan on going again this Saturday in New York. And I hope you enjoy it. And it's nothing obvious. It's nothing people know about, like, oh, Times Square, Central Park. No, trust me, you're gonna enjoy it. And I will have the video up as soon as possible. Promise.
Psycho Mantis with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly
haters watch YouTubers, they hate to troll them. Yeah, but that's also a waste of time. That's like if I go to a Taylor Swift concert, I'm like, oh, you suck, Taylor. Like, then what are you doing here? Just to say she sucks? Just, I'd rather stay home and ignore her. That's how I handle it. Like, if I don't like you, I ignore you. I don't give two F's. This was when, yeah, this was when Stern was actually entertaining. This was when Stern was not woke. Don't Look Up is a film about scientists discovering an Earth ending comet headed towards Earth, but the entire world just doesn't. Oh, is this the one with well, that's the one with Leonardo DiCaprio and yeah, Leo, right? By the way, I know Metal Gear Solid 3 is coming out soon, right? The remake. Should I play Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater first or play the remake? All they're doing is giving them attention, even if it comments. Exactly. You're just feeding the. That's what I'm saying. But people are. A lot of people, not all. A lot of people are dumb when they do that, because if I told you, hey, I went to Domino's today, and I had their new stuffed crust, and it's awful. It's the worst pizza ever. Are you guys gonna go to Domino's and see for yourself, taste for yourself if it's that bad? Or are you guys going to take my word like, you know what? Wraith said it sucks. I trust his judgment, so I'm not going to go to Domino's. Either way is fine, but I'm saying, like, it makes no sense if I go, this pizza sucks, and you go there and spend money on something that most likely you'd hate. Play the original Snake Eater first. Okay. Yes, Leo. And okay, that's why that sounds familiar, Alejandro. Is it on Netflix? You already gave them your money. Exactly. You already gave them your money. Damn. Metal Gear Solid 2. So I watch YouTubers that I find that have a similar opinion to me, and that actually are entertaining, because there are some comedians out there that think they're fucking funny when they're really not funny. But then there are a few comedians out there that are like, you know what, you're effing funny. I I love you. You're funny, right? And I watch them. That's how I am. That's how if I don't like you, or if I don't think much of you, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, you know, if I don't think much of you, that doesn't mean like I don't like you, but you know what I mean? Like PBS, like going back to what I said about PBS. Do anyone watches PBS? No. But do you hate PBS? Do you dislike? No. It's just, you know, not interested. But anyways, if I don't like you, I'm not interested, then I'm not going to view your product. I'm not going to view you. But if I like you in the slightest, I'll watch. Yeah. That's with anything. If there's a movie I feel is going to be good, I'll go watch it. If there's an actor I like, for example, Leonardo DiCaprio's coming out with a new movie coming out. That doesn't make sense. It's coming out with a new movie next month. I forgot what it's called. But it's directed by the same director as Boogie Nights. And I love that movie. And other movies that person's made, I just skip the name. The name escapes me. But I'm a huge Leo fan, and I'm going to go watch it, because I know I may like it. But if I know it's going to suck, I know if I get a feeling like this, I'm not going to like this, I won't go see it. That's it. Like Jurassic World. I heard mixed things about Jurassic World. I hear it's awful. I hear it's okay. I hear it's the best one since the first one. Am I interested in it? No. That's the keyword, interested. If I'm interested enough, I'll go see it. But I'm not interested enough to go see it. Now, F1, I love that movie. That movie was great. One of Brad Pitt's best movies. I didn't know how it was going to be prior to buying my ticket. I didn't know. I just know I should support original movies. So I did it. I love the movie. I'm glad I went to go see it. Anyways. Netflix, yes. Okay. So wait, this YouTuber didn't want to do something kind for a nice and nice for a dying audience member. Is that right? But Wraith, that is you reviewing a product, and people can try to exactly. I'm not saying they shouldn't. I'm just saying it makes no sense. Like I said, or how about this? This is even better. If I say, hey, there's this restaurant called uh I don't know, Red Clouds. Red Clouds. This is a restaurant called Red Clouds in Manhattan. It's dirty. It's disgusting. I saw roaches there. Don't go there. They say they have the best fried chicken. It's actually too greasy and it's like it's bland. Will you go to see for yourself, or would you just go like, yeah, Wraith says it's awful, so I'm not gonna go there. That's what I'm saying. That's the point. Like this year, I found a cosplaying gamer YouTuber who played one of my all-time favorite PS2 games on his channel, which is Cellcom 2. Navy SEALs. I enjoy this other content too ever since. Cool, awesome. Yes, one battle after another. Exactly. That's the one I'm looking at. Thank you, Rev. So yeah, exactly. Roaches, I'm out. Done. I'm not going there. Exactly. I'm not going. Bye. No. Thanks for wouldn't you want me to tell you that too? Wouldn't you want me to tell you, like, hey, there's this place in Manhattan called Red Clouds, and I saw a roach in the display where they had the food out. That again, you got to consider. I have to finish this game. There's so many games I have to finish. There's so many. I've got to finish Doom Eternal. I got to finish Expedition 33. Too much. Saw Roach. Saw Roach in his kitchen. No, Roach in his sandwich, and put the Pakistani cook scratching his butt. No, you mean Indian? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I want you to tell me that. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I feel you guys should know, even though you're not. Some of you are not from New York. I feel you guys should know, because you may know someone that is in New York. Maybe you have a relative or friend in New York. Like, dude, I know this YouTuber. He said he went to Red Clouds. He said it's roach infested. He said food's awful. Don't go there. That's helping people out. It makes sense in a way, Wraith, but if I read reviews and see that it's not for me, I refuse to buy. Right, exactly. You have to make your own assessment from what me or every other reviewer says. So I'm making my review for Superman tomorrow, right? It should be out tomorrow. And I some of you weren't here before, but I said this. If you're gonna like a movie, don't just say, "Oh, it's good, it's awesome, it's full of heart." Why? Why is it full of heart? Why is it good? Give me examples. What scene? That's non-spoiler. You know what I mean? Do your best to describe that. Don't just say it's good, it's fine, it's awesome, and then don't describe it. And I want the same thing when you say it's a bad movie. Why is it a bad movie? Why do you think the dialogue is bad? Why do you give me an example of why the third act sucked, you know? So that's my take. I'm going to do my best tomorrow to tell you what I feel about that movie and give you as much as I can explanations as to why this is bad. This scene was good, this scene sucked, whatever. Because a lot of reviews do that. A lot of reviews I hear, oh my god, the greatest comic book movie there ever was. The best Superman movie since Superman 1. Like, no. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? To me, Christopher Reeve, yes, exactly. Christopher Reeve is Superman. My favorite portrayals of Superman is this: Christopher Reeve, Henry Cavill, and then what's his name from Superman and Lois. Even though I didn't really see the show, I saw clips and trailers, and honestly, from those clips I saw, damn, the guy did a good job. Worst thing I've seen, just like the film Waiting, was in the restroom and saw a kitchen staff use the urinal and walked out the restroom without washing his hands. Oh, oh, old bastard. So am I then. So am I. But the thing is, yeah, no one's gonna touch Reeve, but Henry Cavill came close. And Henry Cavill to me was the best modern day Superman. The best, dude. And he was on his way to becoming that Superman we all knew and loved. But that's another story. But the thing is, regardless what you think about Man of Steel or the movies he was in as Superman, he had a presence. He had, I guess what people say, an aura about him, an aura of strength, an aura of a champion, an aura of hope, an aura of a true hero that would save you no matter what. That's what he displayed in those movies. So the Superman fan base is vast. It's so hard to appease everyone's expectations. That's true. That's true. The movie rating can be seen as a warning. Yes, that's true too. Like, take a look at the Batman. The Batman that came out 2-3 years ago. I thought it was okay. I didn't hate it. I didn't not like it. I just thought it was forgettable. Again, not a bad movie, but they did nothing new with that Batman. I thought they did certain things in the movie really well, but for the most part, eh. You know, I'm a Batman fan. I'm a huge Batman fan. Cam Clark. Oh, Cam Clark, that's right. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let's watch something. Have you seen this small story of this kid telling his class that his uncle Superman, he got in trouble for lying, but then his actual uncle came to his school and he was acting? Yes, I saw that story. I saw that. Okay. I want to show you something. Hold on. All right, this is what I was talking about before. Let's go to the rock block. Which one? What? I would love to have Batman. Yeah, which one? I see a lot that mess in restaurants. People don't wash their hands, proper grooming, and work uniform not all the way clean before working. Food's not at the right temperature. Cross contamination. Yes, exactly, dude. If I plan on owning a food truck in the future, not in the near future, but in the future. I'm gonna be so, I guess for the lack of a better term, so anal regarding cleanliness. You will be like, damn, dude, this truck looks spotless. That's how I would keep my kitchen, because when it comes to food and hygiene, I do my best to make sure that shit is on point, dude. Because I despise people who mishandle food, who have bad hygiene, all that stuff, dude. I'm not saying I'm the poster boy for, like, cleanliness, but I'm just saying I do my best to I brush my teeth, put on deodorant, all that stuff, right? I love that. But food, because that's something you consume. I don't want any hairs, because some people have dogs and cats and they cook. Like, oh, I'll let them on the counter. I'm like, no. Aren't you going to wash that counter before you prepare your food? Seriously. 1966 Batman. He always had just the right tool for the job, any job. Yes, including shark repellent. I will come work for you. I'm retired anyway. Hey, thanks, Rev. Appreciate that. I did good this week on not eating out up until the weekend. Only ate out twice going into Sunday. Oh, how did she feel about it? I'm kidding. All right, let's go to the thing I was going to show you. All right. Oops. Let's see here. All right. This, we'll get to the food after this too. Getting Donkey Kong this week. Yes, I am getting Donkey Kong, Dallas, and welcome back. Hopefully the Death Riders story goes away for a while. Tony Storm, that gift, keeps on giving. Yes, she is. Because she's the greatest women's wrestler in the world today. I was a Tony Storm when she was NXT UK. Oh my, that show was the best. Oops. Uh, uh. I'd say for about 6 months straight to a year, NXT UK was better than even Raw and SmackDown. I heard that too. When he said our turn to the USA is when you came into shit. I think I'll go here. Hmm. I got 3 vendor spaces, so I have to have enough to fill tables. Ah, man, good luck to you with that. All right, I'm gonna end it like in 5 minutes. The show is 1 full day, only with Saturday. I set up early buyers, so almost 2 days worth. Okay, cool, dude. Oh, get her. Do that. But it's still packed on Sundays for general audiences. It's elbow to elbow. So that's what I'm worried about because I want to go to a con soon, but I don't know because I'm going to be busy that weekend. So I don't know if it's gonna be like Friday or Saturday. I'm thinking Sunday. I want to go. All right, time to land his plane. Boom. There you go. Wow. This is my most views yet. 129 views, 34 viewers. The closest one I had was like 50, which is a while back. That was great. But yeah, usually Sundays, that's when the vendors don't want to bring that much crap. Depends how much you bring. Anyways, cons are always packed on Sunday, so it's more chill. Yeah. I gotta can't wait to record all that stuff whenever I go. But yeah, I'm gonna be back on Tuesday night going till Wednesday. And don't forget tonight or today, I'm going to be releasing my opinion on the new Superman film. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it the worst thing I've ever seen? Don't know. Yes, that one, Dallas. Yes. Hopefully I'm going. But you're not going to find out how I feel about the movie until, I release it tomorrow. Peace, man. Stacy. You too, JCW. It's been good seeing you again, man. Hopefully you stop by more often. Yeah, that goes for all of you, man. All of you who attended my stream, thank you so much. As usual, there would not be a stream without you. I had fun, I had a great time, and there's going to be more to have. Trust me. I see John Riggs or someone else will be there. Maybe I'll stop by and say hi. I will, man. If I don't get hit by a brick, I hope not. Hope you get hit with some good luck. Maybe you go to casino and try it or something. I'm just saying. Anyways, so yeah, I'll be back Tuesday, going to Wednesday, and then please check out the video I'm gonna be releasing today or later on today. It's it's the only big one regarding Superman, and then look forward to some other shorts on Thursdays and Saturdays. But that's it for me. Is that Juggalo JCW? I think so. But yeah. Anyways, I'm out here. So that being said, good night, good morning, everyone. And as JCW said, stay safe. Yes, everyone, please stay safe. Take care. Stay frosty. Give them hell, and Godspeed. Wraith out.